damage. Dumpster thing.
Magic aura, damage everything. I'm running on my paws now. Folly, scaring everyone around. Solly, you're buried in the ground. Wow, such beast, much boost pots do stop making people rage when them creeps drop. 2 shots fired because I'm singeing, they be chasing me. All purpose verses with the passion for servantly. Empty out your flashes on this immature gang spree. Dodging skill shots making Jukin look so clean. Who the fuck said to speak Mr. fucking AD? He's a freak, said freak. This nigga's so crazy. I'm farming when you call on your army, and if they try to scar me, then I'ma hit that R key. Cause y'all don't get to touch me, I'm too quick. Just leave if you're gonna bitch chew while you miss moves. Being banned out is odd to me. Gas as far as the eyes can see. Who the best, they holler me. No break, can't hop, fix. I don't get caught, I just swirl mix. I ain't fucking with it if he's played in rank. Why? Cause everyone know good singers don't get ganked. He's dope like the stats that he's boasting. Ganks are approaching, or then he's ghosting. This is why he's good, no, that is why he's broken. Proxy that sin, changing metas in the game that I'm engrossing. And I don't wear jewelry, it's tank over AP. Excuse the BM, this whole etiquette is new to me.
Does this thing work? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello everyone! My name is Jonathan. It's my full-time job to make videos about League of Legends. You may or may not know me under my YouTube name, UberDanger. So I had a video that I was going to debut here at Summoners Con, and it's called The Stealth Troop. It's about the 7, most stealthiest champions in the game, about being invisible and shit. And we're going to show that right now.
I could keep doing the video like that, but would it really be an UberDanger video without any dubstep?
Surprise, motherfucker!
So thank you guys so much. I'm really glad you guys liked it and you clapped and laughed and shit. That's like, that means a lot to me. But I mean, I couldn't in good faith be a YouTuber without going up here and showing a video without telling you all to go to youtube.com/UberDanger and subscribe for more dildo. That's all for me. Everyone have fun.
Yeah, right? Whoa. We're good? We're good. Workout. All right, friends, it's time for the YouTuber personality slash show thingy kicked their ass in League of Legends opportunity. What's a Maganza? Right? So what I'm gonna do now might be unwise for my well-being, but I'm gonna attempt to fill these 5 slots with you guys. And the way I'm gonna do this, to make it really interesting for my well-being, again, is I'm just gonna run out there and I'm gonna start picking you. All right, friends. All right. That was hard. I'm sorry. That was not nice to say no. But yeah. Okay. Here we are. So I'm just gonna check out how you guys are doing. How are you feeling? Approaching probably the most important game of your life. How do you feel?
Really nervous.
Really nervous. What could be the best possible outcome right now? Do you have any personal wins that you want to do in the game?
No.
Good. Check it out over here. How you guys doing? You doing fine?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Any of you any nervosity? Is that a word? English right now? No? Yes?
No.
This guy, it's like LCS material straight away. How about you?
No.
Oh wow. Take your places, please. And you're just like, okay. Right. And now, to the people who are about to get their ass handed to them, am I right? I call to the stage, Cody from Player POV! We also have Blackie Nola! And also, of course, you just saw him up here. He's gonna be back. It's UberDanger! There you go, sir. That's more like it. And then none other than the one and only Lily Pichu! And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, it's Sky! Summoners are getting ready. Make sure you set up your keyboards the way you want them. Get that API going. He was like, does anyone have an NA account I can play on? Because I don't, but I think it's fine. All right, so I'm not going to be the one to sort of talk about what's going on in these games because I don't have the quality. So I'm calling to the stage, wait, is it Christopher? It is. Christopher Allen, get on the stage, man. Give him a big round of applause. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Get up here, man. Get up here. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Excited to be here.
All right. So you've been feeling out the crowd. You sort of got a sense of what they're expecting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so what do
Nothing
you
but
have to
top
say?
level play.
So what do you think personally? These two teams going at it.
Personally, I've seen Cody play. I've played with him. I've seen Black and Nola play as well. I think they're gonna stomp. This is gonna be clearly for our YouTubers.
All right. What did the audience say? For those in favor of the weird personalities over here, can I get some screaming? All right. For those in favor of the underdogs, the mighty, the coolest people who are not on YouTube making weird stuff. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, sit down, boy. Sit down. All right, stage is yours, my friend. Go
All
for it.
right. Now I'm not going to be doing this alone. I've got some friends here to help me. First, welcome Caster Sada. Give him a hand. And then we also recruited someone else to give us some analysis.
Bumped into her backstage, and I'm pretty excited to be
Yep.
bringing her on.
So do you guys want to see Shocks up here?
Yeah. Any special guest?
Hello. Oh, shit.
Hello.
So this is going to be an ARAM, right?
Yes, this is an ARAM, and I'm pretty excited. I mean,
Oh boy.
all random, all mid,
Yeah.
death bridge.
There's
To
no
the
rules
death.
in ARAM. It's all love and poros.
Yep. So do we just stand here?
I think so. I think we're just going to be watching off the screen, just like you guys. We're
Oh,
regular
dear.
people like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds pretty good.
Alright.
We've got a little bit of a spectator delay after our champion select as well. So
Or,
That's
or is this?
we're going to have.
It might not be.
Okay, so
Oh, it's not
we are
ARAM.
currently working through some.
The ARAM is on Summoner's Rift. It's supposed to be on the Howling Abyss, so we need to fix that.
Wow.
Unless
getting some trash
it'll
talk.
take forever if you're on Summoner's Rift, and or you're just gonna crush him. Are you gonna crush him?
You already know. I'm gonna go Fiora jungle and win. It's gonna be so free. Yes.
I'm gonna go Katarina mid. They will need to go to rehab after that. I swear to God.
Trash talk is going down. Do you guys have a response
Wow,
over
the
here?
smack talk is real.
We're
Aw.
going to be looking forward to kick some professional ass.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back in your seats.
Okay.
Back in your
Get in the
seats.
lobby, guys. Get in the lobby. Let's keep it for the Rift, all right? We gotta use these rules here.
So, is this being fixed? Does anyone else make a new game or QA?
All right, guys. While we get that all worked out, I've got a couple questions I'd like to ask. Hi there. What's your name?
Tim.
Hi there, Tim. All right. I want to know which of these YouTubers are you most looking to face off against?
Sky.
You want to face off Sky? All
Did you
right.
hear?
Are you going jungle against him?
No.
Jungle and ARAM.
Well, all right.
You gotta go.
All right. Too
Those
afraid?
3 bushes, man.
Man, this is good. Tense. I'm excited.
Oh,
Are you
hell
guys
yeah.
excited? Yeah. This is gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, we're getting that hype. We're getting everything set up. YouTubers aren't necessarily known for their speed or efficiency. We typically have a 2 to 3 week waiting period. So once we get this set up,
All right.
I think we're gonna have a good show.
We're doing good. So you guys all have your own accounts?
Yeah, it's in
Level 20.
Cool.
go to custom games, look up SMM under password of games. Yeah, that's what
We're getting it fixed. We'll be on the Rift soon. Well, on the Abyss, actually.
Hi, everyone. Hello. I just want to take 2 seconds and give a really big shout out. Whoa. Hello? Okay. I want to take 2 seconds to get a really big shout out to Kat The woman, the mastermind behind Summoners Con. Let's all give it up. Come on, let's hear it. Make her hear it. Because she's doing a great job, and I just need her to know. Because y'all having fun, right? Right? Yeah, okay. That's it. Thank you.
And if we're giving a hand to Kat, I think we also need to give a hand to Kevin.
Yeah,
he's been a little bit more
Kevin's
behind the scenes, but he's worked with us tremendously through this, and let's hear it for him.
Yay! Good call. Good call. All right.
Getting everybody in the lobby. Do you have a problem with lemons? Or are you more of a lime guy?
I'm actually allergic to all fruit. That's actually the truth. And yes, there's a bunch of jokes. Haha, you are a fruit. Haha, got it. But no, I'm actually allergic to citrus. It's the worst allergy in the world.
And can you tell us why?
I don't know. God hates me. Like, I feel like basically I came home and like I had a mango because I love mangoes, but then it swelled up my throat, so I had to go to the hospital. And then so I was like, it must have been a bad mango. So I had another one, and then I went to the hospital again, and so I never had a mango after that. So
My question is, can you still play Gangplank?
So good.
He just doesn't
All right,
cleanse
I
when he
think
does it.
everyone's in the lobby.
Yeah.
Who made the game? I guess we can start.
We're good?
I guess.
All right, let's get this game started.
I presume.
Yeah.
Is it gonna
Are
be
you
up to
ready to ARAM? No, it's all right. We got it. We got it a little bit.
He's
Good
got
stuff
the
here.
start button.
Yeah. He's in the shop. He's buying runes. There he goes. Oh,
Wait, aren't
and
we
the
supposed to see
lock-in.
it on the screen?
You can randomize it up. Can we get
The
the
game on the screen would be nice.
on the screen?
Yeah, champion
Or are we
select.
just gonna hover behind the players? Which I'm okay with. We'll give them back massages while they're playing. Well, I mean, you do have Poros on your team.
All right, guys. While we're getting this champion select up on the screen, let's just go ahead and talk about who we have here right now. It looks like we're going to have Lily Pichu playing Braum. We've got Black Enola on that Hecarim, Cody on Volibear. Shout out to Trick2G, smack to the face. We've got UberDanger on Garen, and then Sky here on Sona.
Okay, wait. On the other team, we have Crescent Rose is on Brand. Redion is on Vel'Koz. We have a Warwick in the mix for I Love Lemons. We have Sejuani, and we have a Gragas. I don't know. A Sona on a team is always very, very good.
Yeah, the Sona sustain in ARAM is so hard to
So
break.
annoying.
And she's got the bonus mana regen.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you gonna do?
It's insane. It's actually also really annoying regularly in lane because you're Sona.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
It's just got the passive regeneration for significant amounts of harass. Now, they are going to be up against a very high poke team on the other side. So it should make
Are we
for a very
fixing up this,
entertaining lane. Well,
Screen situation. Yay!
yeah!
All right, we should watch that so we don't spoil anything for anyone.
Yeah. That sounds good.
All right. So how are you feeling now you saw the team composition?
I'm Sona. This sucks.
Why? It's not like you can hit skill shots, so it's easy for you now. Well, that's a crescendo, maybe. I'm just playing with you, know that. Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
That's good.
I've had my
All
eye
right.
on this little guy. Hey. What's your name? What's your name?
Jimmy?
Jimmy? And how old are you, Jimmy?
12?
You're 12 years old.
Yeah!
Wow. Quite impressive. I see you're playing Warwick here, Mr. I Love Lemons. Now, I want to know, which of these YouTubers are you going to kill the most?
Uber?
UberDanger, you got called out.
He just got
Got
the
it out
look
for
from
you.
across the rift. Oh, take a look at these summoner spells. It's all heals
Oh, yeah.
coming out of the producers. Something tells me it's going to be a sustain lane. On the other side, you got Clarity, you got Ignite. Barrier on Sejuani. I'm feeling some hard engages.
Yeah, I can see a bit of a wombo combo from, Sejuani with Vel'Koz just shredding through them all with his lasers of death. And I don't know, I feel like we can't count out our special guests here.
On
Yeah,
the other side, it's pretty good. If Braum throws his ultimate down, Hecarim flies in, Sona crescendos, and then Garen just spins it up.
Ooh.
That's gonna
I
hurt.
think you're overestimating the
That's gonna
coordination
hurt.
of our
Yeah,
YouTubers.
it's all forward all the time.
Should be pretty interesting to see what sort of starting items you get as well, because with the Hecarim, you've got a lot of mobility. How is he going to clear lane? He's got to be in melee range.
Yeah, true.
So how?
Oh! Darn it! PG-13.
We're going to see what they're experiencing in about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna take a sneak peek.
trust me, count down. It'll be good.
All right, 30 seconds
wow.
before we get onto the Howling Abyss. It's getting very, very close now. It's Poke versus Hard Engage.
Yeah.
Now, typically on Summoner's Rift, it's the Poke team.
So if
that
this
usually
goes
comes
late,
out.
who has it? Oh, none of them.
This goes late.
I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. Who thinks the blue team is going to take it?
Yeah, all right, let's hear it for the purple team on the other side of the map. Oh, and now the most important thing of all, and everybody knows this. The skin war.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I see the zombie brand.
Oh, the zombie brand. That's so
That's-
rich.
that's pretty
oh,
legit.
The arcade
And it looks
headphones
like
are back.
the
There we
YouTubers lose out there.
are.
Here we are, Howling Abyss.
Oh. All right.
Now
What are they
moving
buying?
on to
What
the
are they
Rift
buying?
and
10 players.
an
Oh,
Oracle
you see
selector.
that? That was a mistake.
I did.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know. There's no Teemo unless there is a Teemo, and you just
don't
never
see
know. Secret.
Well, we're never gonna know now because he sold it.
Yeah, we never will. Sustain is the name of the
Alright.
game. Chalice picked up on Warwick, so it is going to be AP Warwick.
AP Warwick.
It's a lot of fun. Brand for the harass as well.
Falcons is gonna spam.
Here comes Cody
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
There they go.
wandering across the map. In 3 minutes' time, there's going to be something worthy of.
Blackanola is taking his sweet, sweet time
that's
here. We've
not
already got some fights going on. Cody backing off, getting a little bit too greedy for himself there.
50 seconds into the game, we've got that Kindle Gem on Braum. Looks like it is going to be Sustain as well.
Is that Blackanola building AP Hecarim? Well, all right, let's see it.
Best dance.
I think we've got a rap battle going on.
I think Spazzy just got so excited at that.
Oh, they're going in.
Oh, and the
A
minions
little
are
bit
coming out.
of both teams in the beginning. They don't want to shoot everything from the start.
Already a lot of AoE going out. Looks like the Hard Engage team comp is having a bit of trouble getting up close to the minion wave. They're going to be under their turret for a long time.
Yeah, it really looks like our YouTubers are getting pushed way, way back, and they're going to have to really try and fight soon if they want to get off the turret.
Oh!
Bit of both finding Sky. He's just fine. Cody also got that Polar Bear passage. UberDanger goes in. He's going low, but he's going to back right on out.
You know, I think it's instrumental for
Blackanola takes way too much damage. Taken out for first blood. UberDanger quick to follow. Flashes away. It looks like our red team is off to a
Now I know
huge
Red Team
start.
off to a great start. First blood picked up. It's going to be a lot of gold in their coffers.
What I was gonna say, I think it's instrumental for the red team to try and kill Sky, make him tilt, and then he'll just.
It just might be. Oh, and the damage goes down. He's going down. 50 health. Running for his life. He makes it back across. Trades his life for it. And Sky, he's already regenerating.
Blackanola is going in hard though. It is a little bit too much. I Love Lemons trying to duke it out with Cody, and Sky taking the front lines as Sona there.
Both going back off 1-1. Dead even in gold. Highest CS. Not surprisingly, on that Vel'Koz rain carry. Cody gets caught in the stun. He's down low. He heals it. Oh, the regen.
The regen, he lives. Cody survives.
Blackanola goes down. The DC Sun, too strong.
What's
3
wrong?
minutes
What's
in,
wrong?
500 gold
not
in
even
favor
fair.
of the red team.
Why is it not fair?
I'm pretty impressed. We've got our friendly taking out the YouTubers. Lily falls and Sky is soon to go down. It's a stun from the Seer clan. And Cody way too far out there, being the third to fall there. Double kill for Vel'Koz. UberDanger stunned by the Seer.
They're very good at creating things about the game, but when it comes to actually playing it, not so hot. They're down 5 kills, only 4 minutes in. Take a look at the CS. He's at 11 on Vel'Koz, who's already got 4 on that KDA, 6 on Brand, and 5 on Vel'Koz. They're stacking up the important carries.
Absolutely. I do feel like when the blue team, they're all going to hit 6 and they're just going to go in. Even if they have the item disadvantage, they're just going to go ham. So I'm very much looking forward to that, to see what happens.
Yeah, eventually as the red team doesn't die, they're going to get taken out by items. Black and Nola flashes in onto Radiant, but can he take him out? Black and Nola takes far too much damage.
Goes down now, Weaponaz running for his life. 250 health into Fling, finds Lemons, he's caught in the stun, but there's no follow-up. They have to go for the hard engage, but they just can't find it.
Oh, Sky!
There you go, the drive-by.
Him of Valor. UberDanger going in hard to spin the win, but he gets chased off very quickly by I Love Lemons. Sky and Cody going hard, lands a flip on the Lemons, who flashes out, and now Sky picks it up. Him of Valor, double kill.
Cody taking some tower hits.
He gets the auto attack. Now Black and Nola going 1v2. He's looking for revenge. Reddion is not going to land the stun. He's still staying in. Down to 100 health, and he's going to back out just barely.
Triple
Look
kill.
at UberDanger. He's going for the snipe. Crescent Rose flashes.
Triple kill for Brand. He's on fire.
Oh, that was wonderful. Now, what I think one of the issues here is we've got our YouTubers on a hard engaged team, but they're all used to their time in the spotlight, so they're just running in one after one because they need to be the stars of the show here. And that's why they're 4-11 right now. Looks like we're having a bit of a sweep from our purple team.
Finds himself up front. He goes down. The AoE's drop. Sky flanking from the side. Big shutdown from Uber, but it's 2 versus 4. They're too deep. Sky goes down. He's now running for the disengage. UberDanger in the front line. He's down to 200. He's running for his life. Frost is not going to land it. He's baited in by Cody, who gets one. Uber runs out. Black and Nola joins the fight. Lemons is in the front line. 100 health. 400 health. He's Warwick. Rita right back up the slope. Finds it. He goes down.
Black and Nola saves it at the very end. They're chasing off I Love Lemons. Now we finally have our YouTubers with a bit of an advantage. Let's see what they can do with it. Weaponix goes in on the UberDanger, but doesn't have the damage. Black and Nola stunned under the turret. Way too much. Falls to Brand, and Lily might be the next one if Weaponix can stay on.
Guy's coming in, and he's going back down.
Man.
Seems like Sky was just tapped out there on the way back to base. He was talking in Twitch chat. Lolly running for his life. He's going to make it out with 250. Barrel the barrel fight. He dodges it. Barely escaped with 100 health. 6.5 minutes in. It's twice the kills.
We're gonna get a tower off this too. Gonna push on through. I don't really think Hecarim can stop it.
Getting the turret is going to be huge. Black and Nola tries to defend it. It looks like he's done a pretty good job.
Get to that tower!
Oh, Cody goes in for the flip. He wants Weaponix here. He's spamming the taunt, but I think that he might be a little too far forward.
Getting down that first tower is so important in ARAM because that gives you not access to not 2, but 3 of the health shrines on the map. And having control over those 4 health shrines plus the significant...
There it is, the fling on the Weaponix forces him out, but doesn't find the kill. Sky playing forward incredibly aggressively, trying to get the poke there. And it looks like we've got the higher health here on the red team. They're going to be able to push down this turret.
They're going in.
Bottom lane, here's Danger.
No, Vel'Koz! What are you doing? Vel'Koz gets a little bit too greedy there with the taunt spam and ends up feeding the double kill there over to UberDanger. Only 3 members alive here to survive. And UberDanger dives hard in the turret, spins to win, and now they're looking to clean up I Love Lemons and Weaponix, but Sky is taking the turret, falls there, and Black and Nola is going to be soon to follow with a double kill to Weaponix.
The trouble with Hecarim going full AP on this map. Weapon in the front line. What are you doing? 1v2. He goes down. Lemons in the knockup. He drops. It's 2-man versus the turret. They need to bring this down, but here's Brand from the back line. He's going to be able to zone them away, and Cody staying a bit too far long. Caught in the stun. He needs to get out of here, but he's Volibear. He should be able to escape just by the Pyroclasm. It's gone. It's gone.
Lily Pichu with the unbreakable blocks the Brand ult. That was amazing. That was one Pyroclasm down. UberDanger does what Garen does best and waits in the bush, but he's going to be chased out quickly.
That turret's down to about 150 health. They need to defend it.
Couple
Regen
hits,
going on.
couple
Black
hits.
Enola.
Going in.
Oh, Crescent Rose, mega flip there he does. Cody finds him, puts him right into UberDanger, who falls immediately after UberDanger. Tries to stay here in the middle of 4 of them, but he's not going to be able to stay there forever. That is 4 kills here for the purple team. Sky, the only one to survive. The lone member of the blue team.
Questionable decision by the blue team to keep going in. No
Absolutely.
ults up. Just
They were stacked up in the bush. Vel'Koz got all of his AoE stacked onto everyone. It was true damage across 4 members. And I don't care how much regeneration you have. You can't keep up with that Rabadon.
Nope.
Oh, Sky gets caught by the slows, but he's not going to fall here. He does his best to defend his second turret. Because once this turret's down, your inhibitor is exposed. And if we get those super minions, no! Sky lands a 4-9 crescendo!
The bait.
UberDanger in the front line. He's got to be careful. Sky takes a hit. 100 health. Weapons is looking for the AoE. He's going deep. Stunned, and he's going down. It's now 4 versus 4.
You know, Shocks, you gave Sky a little bit of grief about the skill shots, but that was a pretty nice crescendo.
Pretty good.
Cody looking for the engage. He flips Red right back in. Red is going to be completely obliterated. 4 members against the squishy Vel'Koz. He goes down. They're on the push looking for a turret of their own.
And with this, I feel like Blue Team could be back in it. They've got quite a bit of kills. They're tanky enough that they can run into the team. Cody's getting the flips, UberDanger's getting the silences, and Lily's there to save them after they go a little bit too far.
Yep. One-handed push-ups.
10 minutes in.
How are you feeling? I feel like the taunt spam from the purple team may be giving them a little bit of an advantage here, or is it costing them?
I feel like if the blue team's getting tankier and keeps going in, they will eventually make it.
Oh, Cody's got to back off of this. And they realize that they can't quite dive a turret like this.
Still no tower for the blue team. Still no tower.
Yeah, no tower yet, but they're getting closer. They've definitely made up a bit of this disadvantage there.
It's a trap.
With the spam again, I feel like they might be getting a little bit too foolhardy.
A bit scary. So Cody looking to come in from the backside. He is going to be spotted out by that Warwick though. So no trouble there. 11 minutes in. Only a 2,000 gold lead. This is a very even game. The only difference in gold is coming from that initial turret. It's all been on the engages.
All right, Cody POV, how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel so good right now!
Well, there you have it from Cody.
I said, you on candy camera now! Yeah!
As you can tell, our blue team clearly has some communication issues. I'm not quite sure they're talking about what's important.
Big crescendo comes across. Frost is at 200. He's going to go down. Sky flashes forward to try to pick someone up. The weapons is tanking so much. He's so tanky. Black Enola goes down. Cody falls shortly thereafter. Lily Pichu running for his life. He's caught out. Flashes the turret and escapes. It's 2 kills for 3. And they're looking for the inhibitor turret. Now Sky taking more poke, but it looks dire.
We've got Red Team pushing here onto the inhibitor turret, and I don't know that Sky can defend it himself. Lily doesn't have the damage, and Sky is far too squishy to get that close. There's the stun from the Seer landing, conflagration. Lily taken out behind the turret, and UberDanger tries to hold off the 2 of them. Sky is so close to falling, but Weapon is going to get taken out before he can find the kill. Now with 3 low health champions, they need to back off. UberDanger spins to win. Oh, Sky taken out by the Vel'Koz before he falls in return.
Yeah, I do feel like the red team was a little bit greedy, diving all those towers. They should have just gotten the second tier tower.
Oh, absolutely. They should have gone for the tower, backed off. Instead, they went for the greedy dives, and it looks like it's punishing them quite a bit. Frost maybe in a bit of a bad spot. He gets flung backwards by Cody.
Looking for the dive. They're going to. He goes down. Crescent Rose, the only survivor, watches the rest of his team fall. He's going to single-handedly defend that turret, but here's Cody and Black Enola. They're going to be able to bring it down.
I know in 3 minutes, Sky's going to do something insane. So let's just wait for it there. Black Enola, Lily, and Cody banging on this turret. They're finally going to take the outer turret. Crescent Rose gets in there, and the Ablaze passive is able to take him out. Now only 4 members on blue team here to try and push this turret.
Now, ARAM is a game about swings and momentum. Now that we're not seeing the YouTubers on the push, they've got to fall back on the defensive. This is a really tough position to hold.
Right, when you go too far, you can swing the momentum back to them, and I feel like that's what our red team has done a couple of times, but I don't know that the YouTubers have quite been able to take advantage of it. Right now, they're in a pretty good spot. They've got all members together. They've got their whole team composition. If they can get a good fight, I think they may be able to get that turret.
Oh, he wanted to go in. Did you see? He wanted to, but he chickened out.
Oh, Velkos finds Cody, keeps him from going in. He's gonna get the fling on the Frost. Buried in the middle of the 5 of them. Oh, and Velkos ults in the wrong place, taking out afterwards. That's 2 kills here for the YouTubers. And I Love Lemons, maybe the next of all. UberDanger turned around on Warwick, finds the kill with infinite duress. And that is 1 in return for 3.
Couple of minions, that's gonna be the tower for the blue team. Unless Sejuani can now.
She's building full tank though. She doesn't have the damage. Trying to bring Sky down is not going to be successful. Flung out of the onslaught of shadows. She's going to make it out of there. Now, all of that started was with one pick. Just finding Gragas out of position. That's how close this game is. A single death means a turret.
Right, that grab from Cody, that flip is so important here for the blue team. And if the YouTubers can land that and take someone out, then they might be able to win this. But if they take this both from Velkos and from Brand, then they may not be able to go in at all.
14.5 minutes into the game, 7 kills
Language
in favor of the red team. The siege continues. Weapon though, only at about 1,000 health. That's not where he wants to be for this next engage.
All right, so we've heard from your YouTubers. I want to know exactly how our red team is feeling about this. How about you?
What?
How do you feel about this game?
I don't know. I never played Gragas before.
Never played Gragas before. Do you think you're gonna win?
Cody looking for the hard engage. Ready on in the front line is going down instantly. A big barrel forces the disengage, but they've lost their AP carry, and Gragas has no ultimate.
And with losing Velkos, that is a huge piece of their team fighting. They need that mass disintegration ray if they're going to take out these huge health bars there.
Have you actually seen Velkos ult yet? I haven't seen it yet.
5 goes down. A big crescendo under the turret. Frost goes low. He goes down. Weapon is running for his life. Crescent Rose trying to run away from Black Enola, but he's on the hunt. I Love Lemons is dropped under his own turret. Into the fountain. Black Enola goes. He doesn't go! But he's still running for his life. He's so fast and escapes with it.
Oh, Black Enola almost gets it, almost gets the word in the all chat, but isn't able to find the kill. Crescent Rose is still alive, and UberDanger is taking a bit too much damage trying to push this. Let's see if the YouTubers now, with 5 of them, they will be able to take this inhibitor, and that's a huge swing in their favor.
Now that inhibitor is so important. That gives... Oh! Lily Pichu with the snipe!
He's just like, whoop, I'm out.
And Lily has been playing out of her mind this game. I'm impressed by these Braum plays.
16.5 minutes in, and the YouTubers, after coming off to a very rocky start, they're still down in kills, but they're up in objectives. That inhibitor down gives them so much control over the health shrines and the map itself.
Yeah, with these super minions spawning, that's the lot that the red team has to take out, and now Cody tries to go in for the cheeky engage, not able to find it, and the blue team is still staying back a little bit. I wonder if we know what's going to happen here. I feel like the YouTubers are in a pretty good spot. Black Enola, though, almost taken out by Frost, but is able to retreat to the safety of his team.
He is going full regeneration on Hecarim. He's got that Will of the Ancients in addition to the Spirit Visage. But on ARAM, it's 30% reduction in all forms of healing. So even if he gets his full combo off, that's still going to be reduced quite a bit.
I'm curious, Shocks, how are you feeling about this game now? Are you feeling pretty confident for the YouTubers, or do you think that our guests have it in them?
I do think that they have the choreography of the ultimates down, and also, he's a really good shot caller. He really is.
What's up?
He's a really good shot caller.
What?
Never mind.
Cody for the engage. He finds Frost. Frost is running for his life. The AoE goes down. Frost doesn't make it to the shrine. He drops. Crescent Rose continuing to run once again. Ready on, running for his life. He's going to be dropped as well. Weapon in the back line, doing what he can. He's a tank though, not enough damage. Makes it to the Nexus. It's 4 versus 3. They're trying to dive in. Weapon goes down. Godlike on Black Enola. Lemons is about to be dropped. Crescent Rose in the back line. He's going to get one, but at what cost?
Crescent Rose is putting this on his back, trying to defend these Nexus turrets. He doesn't land the Seer Stun, and Lily tries to look for the slow. Cody gets the fling, and even though he's golden, he will fall inside. Cody falls to the turret.
Looks like this game might be going on a little bit longer. Lily Pichu running away from Frost. He misses the slow, but Frost with the disengage. Now it's 4 health shrines for Braum. He's going to be right back up and ready to go for round 2.
Yeah, it's looking like a bit of a steamroll from here. I mean, both teams are even on gold. and they're actually behind in kills, but it's just the control that the YouTubers have over these engagements is huge. Lily gets caught out, but Geometry doesn't quite find her. However, sets one before, no, flashes onto the helper like stays alive. Geometry gets the best of her in the end.
Good effort. Fantastic moves actually on Lily on that round. Very impressive.
Oh, absolutely. Lily has been playing quite impressively. That is a bit of their engage down. They really need that RAM ultimate if they're going to fight this. So they have to play really passively, defend that inhibitor turret before they can fight again.
Inhibitor has not respawned quite yet. It's still got about a minute or two before it comes right back up. Cody starting a dance battle. He's stalling that out until RAM comes back. It's going to be the engage. And look at how tanky he is. He's taking a 4-man onslaught, brings it right back up while Uber is waiting in the bush from the way.
That was the maximum disrespect from Cody there, and it cost him quite a bit of his life.
He's now going to be able to try to regenerate that health right back, but luckily does have a Sona on his team. Cody looking for the engage, but he is slowed. Weapon just baiting it out with the Sunfire. Using that forward tail. Maximum disrespect, I believe, is the turn. Yeah, I mean, right now the poke is pretty well, but Cody goes in for the fling, and a huge rocket ultimate separates the team of Bakanoa, ultimate, and an enormous ultimate from Sky. Crescendo taking out member after member. Only 2 alive here for our guests, and it looks like the YouTubers may have this one. Redian landing those slows, landing the damage, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to stop this. Bakanoa charges in once again, and it looks like they're going to find both of them. Redian barely surviving, only be taken out by Lily, and this is going to be the game for the YouTubers. Well, Nexus turret goes down in 10 seconds before Warwick's back up. Dragon's about 5, but the Nexus is the target. Looks like our winners are going to be the YouTubers. Let's get a big round of applause.
Handshakes, handshakes, handshake. Oh, you want to say something?
I want to give a shout out to Trick2G. He taught me everything about Volibear. Thank you so much. Later!
Should go shake the hands of the red team, who also put up a great performance. Guys, give it up for the red team as well.
Let's hear it. They played so well. It was pretty rough going up against these YouTubers here.
Yeah, an absolutely difficult game to come up against. The fact that they were down for the first half of the game because of the excessive amounts of poke, but then they were able to pull it back with their regeneration and take the eventual win. Incredible play all around.
LCS style, come on up, yeah!
LCS! I feel like LCS right now.
Yeah, there's actually a freak in the back. He'll do the analyst desk in just a second.
What do we, I don't know.
Well, with
take
that game ending explosively, I'd like to give a big thanks to Dom for coming up here and casting for me. Guys, give him a hand.
And of course, this wasn't a solo job. Chris as well, thank you so much for bringing me on. Absolutely fantastic. How about we get a big round of applause for our secret guest as well.
And then, of course, I want to give it up for Shox. She didn't know she was going to be casting. She thought she was playing.
Yeah.
We asked her last minute, and she came up here with us. Did an awesome job.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's for the best. They were really, really good. It's best that I wasn't in a mix, I think.
I think you would have carried it.
All right, yeah.
All right, so I think that's it from us. Thanks.
Cool.
Enjoy Summoners Con! Yeah!
We just go ahead for. Oh, hello, friends. I've got something. Can we get something for this handsome man? He's on number 6.
That'd be fantastic.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
The handsome voice.
Thank you, sir.
All right, my friends, we got a YouTube panel coming up right now, and I'm actually going to sit in that panel.
Yeah.
So I'm giving the mic and the honors and the great opportunities to my friend here. You already done one panel, so you'll be all set.
I've already done one.
Yeah.
I might as well do 2, and it'll be really awkward for you to also like be and host. It'd be kind of weird.
So what I'll do right now,
Yeah.
I'll take a step back, and we'll introduce the YouTubers.
Now we also had a few of you just got off the keyboards too, right? A few of you just got off the keyboards. You guys just play. Let's also center Justify here.
Perfect.
All right. They can introduce themselves. So let's do that. Spazzy, would it be awkward for you to reintroduce yourself again for the sake of this panel for the YouTube people recording?
I'll go ahead and do it. So we start at an awkward note, and then we can just move on to less awkwardness the more down the line we go.
I think you mean more awkward.
So my name is Spazzy. I do videos on YouTube. They are mostly montages of me and my friends playing together. And I also do some songs and some weird dubs. And I've also done an animation recently, which has been amazingly fun.
Cool.
I'm Tony.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Chris, and we're in Stillock. We sing about League and stuff.
And I'm Lunity. I also do League of Legends parodies on YouTube.
I'm Black and Old. I make YouTube videos, TLDR patch notes, and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm GBay99. I make informational videos like guides on League of Legends and Did You Know videos, all that stuff.
Okay, thanks. Hi, I'm Sky. I make YouTube videos. They're vlogs and gameplay videos, and sometimes some life stuff. But that's what I do. Thank you. I love YouTube.
My name's Jonathan. I'm UberDanger. I make videos about League of Legends, some cinematic stuff, and just whatever I feel like.
What's up, guys? I'm Cody from Player POV, and I make parody songs, cut-up videos. I'm streamer. I don't know, I do everything.
Hey, I'm the Peace Pigeon. I make a show called Casual League, and I do the occasional montage about professional players. So yeah, that's it.
Prolitage, yeah!
Prolitage, yeah.
Hi, I'm Lily. I make YouTube videos too.
Big round of applause for all of our YouTubers here today. And of course, YouTube is it can be a strange place sometimes, but these people are here because people watch them, namely you. You do watch them, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be here. Of course you do. So, because it is you, there's a reason they're here. The majority of this panel will be questions by you. But I will start it off just to get the ball rolling, and I want to know, burning question, what motivates you all to do what you do? What is your burning motivation? Anyone?
I just do it for the money. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a reason. That's a great reason.
It's honestly, it has become my full-time job, but I do it honestly for the fans. Like, the best feeling for me is to just go out here and like, that someone like, that it makes their day, that I write something for them, I take a selfie with them, that makes me really, really happy. And just that, yeah.
Here, I'll say something.
Or is everyone the same?
It's also really cool when people that are from like Riot or pro players, they watch your videos. That's really cool too, because we're fans too. We're not just content creators.
Yeah, it's also like, it feels a little bit boring to always... Oh, did I just interrupt someone? Oh, snap!
No, it's fine. We're all friends here.
Back a little bit. Yeah, okay, my turn. Here we go. This is gonna kick off backstage, by the way. This is gonna be, yeah.
Do we need another ARAM?
Sorry, what?
Do we need another ARAM?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
That'll be later.
Sky, go for it.
Oh no. Hi. I do it only because like when I was growing up, I would have only a few friends. Like I would tell jokes, and I just thought that having like a lot of people listen to the things that I say is really cool. So that's why I do it. You guys are great. Thanks.
Yeah, I was just gonna fill in. Like it feels a little bit boring to always give that reply that you just gave, Uber.
No, I was saying. Sorry.
No, because like because we watch YouTube videos as well, and like when you watch someone that you really like, and they say, well, it's because of the fans. You're like, yeah, that's always what you get. But it's actually very much true. Like that's why you do it. Like I spent so many hours just reading through inboxes and stuff, not because I want to be a nice guy, because it's just because that fuels me to actually do what I do. That's everything. So yeah.
Okay, if I'm not interrupting anyone, I think I kind of misunderstood the question. So like why I'm in the position to be making these YouTube videos right now is, so 2 years ago, I watched Donkey and Savage D, if you know them. And I came home very drunk one night, and I knew how to edit a little bit in Sony Vegas, so I just put something together and dubbed it over, trying to imitate them. And it got a couple thousand views, and I just kept going from there on out. And now literally millions of people watch it, so thank you all.
I like we're also mentioning software so early too. It's like, hey, show of hands. Who's a Vegas person?
Vegas mustard race.
All right. Premiere.
Bleh.
Yeah. Final Cut. Nobody.
YouTubers don't do that, no.
Windows Movie Maker. Yeah. I geek out about software. I'm sorry. Now, Avid. I like me some Avid. Do you have a question? Does anyone have questions? It's question time, and because you mentioned Avid, you're someone after my own heart.
If you guys had to be any lead character and live their lives, but in our universe, who would you be?
That was exceptionally deep. That's gonna take me a minute.
All right, I got one. I would be Sona, so I could become a professional gamer girl.
If I could be any champion, I'd be Lucian, because Lucian's cool as shit, so yeah.
Do we have to put $1 in the jar now? All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
I would be Kennen because he's just my favorite champion.
And I was gonna say Kennen.
Fuck.
I think that I would have to go with Ziggs, because he's so like messed up in the most awesome way. So it would nice to let yourself go in that sense, right?
Yeah.
I would have to go with Swain. I could totally put up with the limp to be a genius tactician. I'd be fine with that.
Swain. I mean, honestly, I'd probably be Frostblade Irelia, because I already got the ass for it. Like, if we're being real, I already got the look, so I might as well.
I'd be Ari. She's really hot and she steals souls. I think that's cool.
I'd be Lee Sin, because although he's a blind champion, I think he can see more than any other champion. Yeah. It's a deep answer. Deep answer.
That's deep.
Not gonna lie, I'd also be Ari. She's pretty fucking hot.
Even though he's black. We got the next question over here.
This is a question for Uber. How did you come up with the dubstep ignite? The dubstep ignite.
How'd you come up with it?
The dubstep ignite.
Okay, so that was a 100% accident. At the time, I was living with my roommate, no names necessary, and I was editing, because I was like, oh yeah, I gotta make YouTube videos and shit, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm editing, and suddenly he just blasts this like 6 Skrillex track on me, like, and it just like, it fucks me up, and just like, I spill shit on my keyboard, and I'm like, So right at the Ignite, right? And I was like, oh, okay, that can be a thing. And it's like, all right, and I've just done it ever since, and people like it.
All right, next question.
If you could date any of the champions, which damn champion would you date?
Did she say date?
Yes, you did. Who would you date? League of Legends.
What up, though?
I mean, I'm a pass for now. Hold up. I gotta breathe.
For me, it'd be Vi. She's got big tools.
For me, it would be Frostbite Aurelia. I mean, I'm already obsessed with the champion enough.
I'm gonna have to go with Katarina. I think she has a very, very nice personality.
All right, next question here.
What can aspiring League content creators make?
What would you recommend for those aspiring to be in the League video creation space? What would you prefer they do if they're just starting out?
Like content-wise, or
yeah, like content-wise.
Don't do it for money, and don't read YouTube comments.
Very
that
important.
That is the best advice I can give you because people are ruthless. And if you're trying to do it for money, I guarantee you, like my first video, 5 Reasons Why Your Jungler Hates You, it had like a million views. It made me like $30. Like, bruh, don't do it for money. And don't read anything. And don't go on Reddit. Just run, hide. Don't even like make your video and run.
Honestly, I feel like the best advice is don't try to be any of us. The reason people go onto YouTube is to watch the YouTuber. So if there's someone else that does whatever you do better, then they will not care about you at all. So don't try to copy any of us. Try to be your own person.
I'd like to add to that like content-wise, I don't think there really is a good sort of like content in itself. It's all matter like what you like to do and what you think that you can become or are already good at. So like if you want to do funny stuff, right? Well, go for it, but like don't do that because you think that the content itself. Do it because you think that that's what you like and stuff.
Yeah, and like a lot of us just make content off our gameplay alone. So just think about like why you have fun in games, you know? Why do you play with your friends or like, or what makes you have fun in League, and take that and make it into content.
And this is all very positive too. Like there's a world of positives out there. There are very few don'ts, but those don'ts are very important. Don't do it for money. Don't read the comments. Don't take off your pants.
Yeah, no, as
Very
long
simple.
as you're like super original, like I honestly admire the Yordles a lot because they make original songs. They're one of the only channels that didn't like, that really just started on originality and like try to go for that. Be original, you know. Oh, hi!
There they are.
Hi, Bear.
By the way, I'm stepping back to the host thing, and they're playing later, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome.
All right, next question.
If you can come up. If you can come up for if you can pick a skin for your favorite champion, what would it be? And can I please get a no baby?
A what champion?
If you could pick your favorite skin for your favorite champion, mine would be Lucian Unchained, so like Django and stuff.
Okay.
And can I get a no baby?
Should I answer this question? Oh, okay.
Oh, baby.
I don't think any of us are smart enough to understand that question.
Like everyone's like, can someone else take that? Because I feel like, yeah.
Humanity doesn't have the interpretive technology
I don't know
yet,
what he
I'm sorry.
asked. All right, you good? Oh, shit. All right.
That took forever.
My favorite skin would probably... Stop it. I don't even sure about that. It would be Higher Gun Lucian. I really like Lucian, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's black, all right? So I like Lucian. I said it, all right?
On that bombshell, another question.
I was just wondering, what did it feel like to get your first subscriber?
Your first few subscribes, how did it feel?
It's kind of...
No, good.
It's really startling because all of us just started off as fans of the game like everyone else out here in the crowd. So when you suddenly feel like, wow, even just 50 people out there care about my opinion, it's ridiculous. You think, why am I any better than any of you? And then you just kind of roll with it.
I honestly got really stressed out. Like, I made my video, put it up, and I was like, okay, good. And then I got subscribers, and they're like, yeah, we can't wait for next week. And I was like, oh, I wasn't planning the next week. So it's really, like he said, it's really startling in my opinion. I got kind of freaked out.
I had a thing where, okay, so most people don't know this, but I didn't start making League of Legends videos. I made Call of Duty and Minecraft videos, and that's actually not a joke. They were very bad, so my first initial response was like, what the hell, why are people watching this? But then eventually it turned into this, so I'm glad it did.
You always hand it off to me. Hey, do you want to talk, Lily?
Let's go to the next question.
AFK or feed?
Next question.
Feed.
Here we are. Come on.
This question is mostly for Sky, but anyone can answer it. How do you, especially for your stand-up, how do you go about writing jokes?
Oh, bruh. Okay.
We're gonna be here for the next like 15 minutes.
No. I'll make it quick. This is really broken. First, you go on your phone, download an app called Evernote, and what you do is every single time you make any one person laugh, I don't care who it is, you write down exactly what you said to that person. Then you take that joke and you do it in front of other people, and if all of them laugh, you know that's a joke for your stand-up. That's how you know.
I've never actually heard that before, and that's like, that makes sense.
Like, I have over 2 years of stories and jokes in my phone that, like, I rate them like, oh, this one wasn't funny, you should just stop comedy altogether, or oh, this one was really funny. So, like, do that. That's my recommendation for you.
Write everything down. Everything. Next question.
Was there ever a point where you thought that you should just stop making videos?
Yes, like a week ago. Every day.
No.
I know for us it's a no.
Yeah, there are definitely moments where you feel like it can be hard in general, but no, not quit. It's too much fun and too much, yeah, it's too much fun.
It's like the best job in the world because you get to sleep in and like be your own boss and everything. But there's definitely a point very early on where you have like ideas and then you make them into videos and then you're just like, now what? What am I supposed to do now? And then you're kind of at a loss for words, but then you figure out what you want to do next and you just keep on going.
Honestly, like for myself, I can say, yeah, there was a point where I thought, maybe I don't want to do these videos anymore, just because I would run out of ideas sometimes. Like writing a song, like if you're stuck on lyrics or something, then it sometimes it get really hard. But after thinking about there's so-and-so amount of subscribers that are following you, it's like, it's worth it to please the people that are watching you, so you just figure out, you think about it for a second, you're like, okay, this is actually worth doing, and I actually enjoy doing this, and that's basically what happens.
Sometimes it gets a little hard, only because comedy versus music, depending on what content you want, music can be translated and everybody feels like a song is good no matter what the language is, but comedy videos are really hard to translate to different countries, and people are just mean on the internet, so sometimes I get really down, but I keep going, whatever,
For me, at one point, I definitely considered stopping. For those who don't know, I work full-time, so all the videos that I make are in a span between after I get back from work and when I go to bed, which is only 6 hours. So I get 30 hours a week essentially, and I have a fiance also. So I have to balance work, making YouTube videos, and then hanging out with her. And it got to the point where I would come home and just go straight on the computer and completely ignore her, and that took a toll on our relationship. So you definitely got to balance and prioritize what you want out of anything. I really want YouTube, and I really love my fiance, so I found a way to make it work, and I want to keep working to devote even more time to YouTube because it's what I really love to do. So you got to prioritize. That's really important.
I thought of quitting a lot of times because even though I know I shouldn't, I read YouTube comments and Reddit comments, and all the comments about my voice starts to add up a lot, and then sometimes I get really, really upset. So that's my answer.
Well, maybe we can do an add-on question to that, just to dig a little deeper, and mostly probably for Black Noah and Lily, because there's also the emotional toll of doing something like YouTube for such a long span of time and having such a demanding schedule, and sometimes you do read the comments. How do you dig yourself back up to get to a happy place?
I know that's really easy for me. Firstly, I must say I totally disagree. I know that's a joke as well, but comments is everything for me. I read a lot of comments, and they suck sometimes, but they also not suck. That's good English. They not suck. I'm from Sweden.
No, that's good. That's good. We're good.
Yeah. So to me, that's really important, and that's also the thing that I use if I'm down, if I feel like I've done a video that I'm not happy with, or I've got some responses that hasn't been what I expected. The only thing I have to do is go into my Facebook page message inbox and just read a couple of messages there and go wow, people care. This is amazing. So yeah, it's really easy for me to keep myself motivated for sure.
There are definitely some sour times, definitely from comments. There are times when you work on a video for a long time and you think it's an awesome idea, and everyone says it's shit. That really sucks. And I'm sure we all have our moments in which we thought we had a bomb video idea, it didn't work out so well. Or you have a video that responds really positively, but you have one jerk that says, "Oh, kill yourself, you're black," or something like that. All right, well, come on, man. It happens a lot more than you would think, and people say shrug off the comments, but words are words. But that shit definitely it gets to you. It sucks a lot. And it's, one person has so much power, but then I go back, just like Spazzy was saying, reading all the positive comments, people who go out of their way to make sure that this video that you made, or whatever you're streaming, you're doing good. So I just try to remind myself of the majority of people who happen to like our content, and it keeps us going. So yeah.
Yeah, just 2 seconds. Something that makes me happy though is when the negative comments don't make sense. I had a gameplay video, didn't show my face, didn't show my body, nothing. And then one comment was Sky, you'd look really good if you just lost a bunch of weight. And I'm okay, I wasn't even shown in the video. So some bad comments are just so absolutely try hard mean that I laugh at them. That's how I bring myself up. I'm wow, really? That's all you can say? Be creative, you know what I mean? But that's for me. I don't know about you guys.
Also, besides the mean comments, the comments that actually are negative about your video and the idea behind it, usually what's good to do, and what I've been doing lately, is not reading the comments directly when I post a video, because when you post a video, you're in this mindset of oh my god, I'm gonna upload this amazing video, and then you get yo, this video is shit, 20 times through the comments. So I just read it 2 days later, and it's all good.
I have this thing, I usually don't let comments get me down, because a lot of YouTube commenters aren't nice people, but generally if they do, it's stuff thinking about the fans, going to these places, having this awesome supportive community, and also just the thought that if someone writes the videos you make, they suck, then I'm yeah, they might suck, but they get 1 million views. So that's kind of a thing for me. No, but that's a thing for me, is that it works out in the end.
For us, I know for every bad comment, there's got to be at least 99 good comments, and it's very important to know that. Thanks, Tony, for that. It's very important to know that you're on the internet, and there 100% will be haters, especially if you start gaining popularity. It's just what happens. You need to understand that that's the case, and don't let it get to you. I mean, it's gonna happen if you gain popularity from all of us, I can tell you that we've all read some hateful comments, but everybody can get past it for sure. You just gotta try.
All right, let's get to the next question.
Okay, this is 2 parts. What originally got you into League, and what season did you start playing?
Let's do like this. Let's start from the end and just go all the way.
Well, no, how about this?
Let's
How
do
about this?
that.
Raise your hand if you started in season 1.
Beta, bro.
Beta? Oh, beta.
Yeah.
You started in beta.
Yeah.
All right, season 1, we already got it. Season 2, who started season 2? Season 3? Season 4? Somebody not raise their hand? I don't remember. No. And what got you into League?
I started because I saw Annie and she was really cute.
Yeah, so basically it was during my college time, and we played a game called League of Legends drinking game. It was really fun. So yeah, that was basically it.
My friend is like a beta nerd. Like he will scavenge websites and try and find beta keys for every game. So he was like, "Yo, come play this League of Legends like MOBA game." I'm like, "What the hell's a MOBA?" But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it became my favorite game ever.
I was just in 9th grade, and I just moved schools, and everyone in my class played it. So I just played it to like do it with them, and it turned out to be pretty fun.
I had a best friend of mine pass away, and we always played Smash together, and then I didn't want to play Smash anymore, so I wanted to play a game that he didn't like, which was League, so then I played League. It's not a... Yeah, that's it.
In 2010, I was watching the World Cyber Games, hoping that the Counter-Strike final would go into another quadruple overtime, but then League of Legends was there as a promotional event, and I watched CLG smash SK Gaming, and I was like, I want to do that, so I started playing.
That's actually where I started as well. Yeah.
I started playing League of Legends because it looked different from any other game that I played, and it was 100% free, as you guys all know.
I used to play World of Warcraft at first, and all my friends left WoW and they started playing League, and I was like, all right, I'll just play it, I guess. And I hated it at first, but after playing it for a little bit of time, I actually enjoyed it.
I was playing WoW too, and then this guy was like, play this game, and I was like, no. But then eventually I got hooked, so.
I was also playing World of Warcraft at the time, and some of my other friends had introduced me to it, and WoW was starting to get a little boring, and I just started playing this, and it got really fun.
My friend offered me $10 if I started playing, so I was like, okay, and I never got the money, so.
What? Man. So I played a game called Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. Yeah! I was like, that was a weird game because it was great, but it's sort of like that thing that MMOs need, which is people. So like, and for some reason when I realized that I don't want to play it anymore, there was like this mail in my inbox. I was like, why is this not spam? What is this? Like, come and play League of Legends. It's a great game and it's free. And they did that whole promotion thing where they sort of like catered towards the Dota people who didn't like the things in Dota. So I just started playing it from there, and then I started to meet a couple of cool people, and we formed the CG group that we were playing with. So CG. So yeah, got stuck with it since then.
Cool. All right, next question.
Oh, okay. So a lot of you guys let your fans in on like your daily lives and stuff. Well, not daily lives, but like stuff that happens in your lives. And a lot of viewers end up developing like relationships almost, like where they feel connected to you guys. So how do you guys feel about that?
I think I've told my stream literally everything there is to know about me. Like, all the good, all the bad. And I actually like it because I personally don't like the term fans. To me, I mean, like, I just don't like the word. It's kind of like people with no other meaning but to like you. So that's why I like the idea of people having that interpersonal relationship with me, because then I can stop calling them fans and I can start calling them friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with the previous speaker on that note. That's very well said. But yeah, I think it was a little bit weird in the beginning because I never thought that someone would care about what I ate for dinner, you know? because I thought that they like the things that are in the videos and stuff. But it turns out, since you do it very close to yourself, since you base all the content you do from yourself, it gets a little bit personal, and then you just go with it. And I don't know, it's okay. It's not bad. It's okay.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, I have a really, really quick question for Black Anola. So first I want to say I'm a really big fan of your work. Really love watching your videos. But I have two questions, actually, a little unrelated. First, how does it feel being the second best Donkey Kong at Summoners Con? And after that, when did you decide to be so free?
As a quick follow-up, whose Captain Falcon won yesterday at the house? Thank you.
Sky beat me in Smash Brothers, but I also two-stocked him. So he won't. I two-stocked him. We didn't say the replay, but it's whatever. All right. To answer your first question, as I recall, yesterday I went to your workplace pretty early, and you were nowhere to be found, and your excuse was, I gotta go to a Halloween party, I can't fight you because I'm just gonna get two-stocked, and
it's on.
And to your second question, I mean, after this, we can settle it in Smash, and then I'm gonna let everybody know at Summoners Con how free you are. I should take that DK tie from you. That should be my tie after that. But yeah, we'll play later. But thank you for being such a fan. Yeah, I appreciate it. Aw. Love you, Patrick. Bye.
Next question.
Hi. Obviously, a lot of people know who you are, and you've inspired a ton of people and fans and friends. Did you have a moment where you started to realize that was kind of happening, and what was that like?
Your aha moment for when you realized that you were getting kind of big.
My aha moment was the first time I went to PAX Prime, where I went there to just sort of watch the regional finals of the North American regionals and have some fun. And I got to talking with a few people that worked in esports, and Dan Din was there. And I wanted to introduce myself to him, but I was way too nervous because he was this pro that I had watched for so long. And then someone mentioned that I was G-Bay, and then he said, oh wow, you're G-Bay? And that just blew my mind that other people who I respected know of me and respect me just as much as I respect them.
Mine was at an anime convention. It's called Anime North. It's in Toronto. And that was the first time I just started getting recognized by people, and I was with my high school friends, so it was kind of cool. I was like, yo, you guys suck.
I had a similar story to one of the previous speakers where it's like, for me it was when other content creators started noticing me, like just going to conventions and having people like Sky and just the people up here know who I am, walking to me, hey UberDanger, I'm like, oh, and just that's kind of big to me.
Mine was when I attended PAX East for the first time, and I actually had 4 people actually say hi to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. But that was pretty much it.
For me, it was 2 things. One, people stopped confusing me with Sky.
Dang.
That was a thing.
Free at last!
What a big moment for you.
I mean, I can see how we would be confusing to remember who is who. But at the same and then for the second thing, it was I would go to, actually I think coming to Summoners Con, I came in, I hadn't eaten breakfast, I had no idea what I was doing today, and no less than 50 people started lining up to take pictures and have me sign stuff. And I was like, what is wrong with you people? I just want to eat breakfast. And then but at the same time, what I was thinking was, man, this is awesome. People are coming out of their way to interact with me. And it never gets old. It doesn't matter what I'm in. If somebody came up here right now and asked me to sign something, I'd be like, absolutely, I would do it. I'd never, don't you dare. But yeah.
He started moving, by the way. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. First off, love everything you guys do. You guys are amazing. Specifically for Uber and Cody, I know Cody specifically started with World of Warcraft and stuff. What do you do when you switch content like that, when you go from stuff like Azeroth United and stuff like that, and then move over to League of Legends?
Actually, it wasn't that specific switch wasn't that hard. So for all you people, I used to make World of Warcraft parody songs before I made League songs. And that wasn't hard because then I just took what I knew from making songs from World of Warcraft and just made a League song. And the first League parody I made was a song called LOL Time. It was a Rebecca Black parody.
For me, it was okay, it is working. For me, it was an absolute horrible change because I used to make Call of Duty montages and like Minecraft tutorials, and that was like literally my YouTube channel. And so I switched to doing completely different content, and I was awful at it at first. Like,
wait, you did Minecraft?
I did Minecraft.
That is the correct response.
So yeah, it was very hard. Like, I didn't know how to work with like League content, but it takes a long time to learn. And after 2 years, I still haven't learned it, but I'm getting there.
And also, just a note, it's actually really hard once you establish a channel to switch content. You don't just have to establish your channel, you have to establish your personality before you switch content.
Yeah, because also
maybe
like
Spazzy can talk about that.
Yeah, like, you know that wanted it. I'm like, yes. But like, there's the thing you got to realize, like, as soon as you switch what you do, like if you're playing League of Legends and then you sort of like want to switch into the MOBA scene, I mean the MMO scene or something like that. Yeah. But like, then you got to realize that you're heading into a scene where there are so many already established good content creators out there that are already like way light years ahead of you. So like that's the main problem. Like, so for me, I started with League and I'm still doing League. At some point, I probably will have to do something else. And I think most of us has pretty good, grasp of how many % of our audiences actually cares about the stuff that we do, no matter what sort of like content it is based on, gameplay-wise. And hopefully that is just going to be enough to still have it as a job at the end of the day. Because, you got to do something that you still think is fun. Because if you don't think it's fun, you're going to be terrible at it. So, yeah, it's going to suck when it happens, but hopefully it's going to be fine.
And just a quick note about that. So Civ HD, I personally have no clue how to categorize his content, right? Because he's not like this YouTube channel, like he's Civ HD. And that's why he's able to upload things like Pokemon and get like 400,000 views,
Speaking of switching content, shout out to that like League fighting game they have out there. I would love to make videos about that. That's really fun. Speaking of the fighting game, Pigeon, will you remind me who was 100% win rate in that?
Okay, it was best out of 3 and he won 2 games.
Yeah, we only played 2 games, so I mean...
so many
anyways,
fighting
yeah.
words.
Is it okay if I ask you guys, Instalog, what you guys are thinking about that? Like, in terms of, because you're doing League songs now?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and we've also experimented with a Minecraft song, Cody's favorite. And I don't know, I think we're starting to see a lot of fans just kind of like who we are in terms of, like, no matter what we put out, in terms of songs. So we always are curious to know what other people, I guess, how many people would like switch over if we were going to do another song. But like Cody said, you make a channel off of just one specific thing like we do, and it's probably going to be very hard to switch over to another game. And I mean, we're still enjoying League of Legends, so I mean, we have no interest in that right now. But it is something that we've thought about, and I don't think we would really know until we tried.
And 1 million subscribers does help.
It does help.
Yeah, but
I mean, I put a Smash. Hello?
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
I put a Smash video out like on Wednesdays, like Smash character spotlights, and like the first one was like, it was all right, but then like when I did 2 more, people were like, oh, I really like this content. So I think it's just about like really introducing your fans to a new style of content, and then just being like, own it. Like if you want to do it, then do it. Does that make sense?
My Smash friends actually like love those videos, Sky.
He just like zoned out. He missed a great compliment just because of that. That's unfortunate.
I hate your videos.
Whoa.
No, I was saying my Smash friends, they tell me specifically, they're like, yo, Sky's Smash videos are like really good.
Oh, thank you. That was really misleading up until then.
And with that, we've unfortunately run out of time. But you've seen these guys and ladies walk around a convention all day. I'm sure you've said hellos, you've given your hugs, you've helped them, interrupt their way to the bathroom. Well, let's give them one big round of applause. Thank you.
Tick. Oh, we're here. Hey, all right, friends. So go and get some drinks. Go and get some toilet visits and stuff. But you probably want to be back here because right now we're about to kick off Create a Champion panel with official Rito people and stuff. And I want to welcome to the stage Chris from Riot. Give him a big round of applause. He'll be out here in a second. It's got to be an interesting panel, so make sure you stay for that. And then I'll use my very professional notes here. After that, we're going to have a Twisted Tree Line trivia. Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? So that's coming up.
I have an announcement. CLG is going to be at the iBuy Power booth. Did you already do this? Okay, great. CLG is going to be at the iBuy Power booth at, I believe, right now. And then Dingle Derper and Phantom Lord will be there at 6 o'clock. iBuy Power booth in the gaming room.
Right. Sorry about that. Give it up for Chris one more time.
guys doing? Hear me okay? Is everyone having a good time at Summoners Con? Outstanding. We are super excited to be here. We're going to have a lot of fun up here. What we're going to do is we are all game developers at Riot Games, and we're here to do basically an AMA with you guys about anything you'd like to know about game development, League of Legends. I mean, obviously there are things we're not going to be able to talk about, but other than that, it's the open season on developers up here. But first, I'm going to introduce myself and let the rest of the panel just go down and tell you a little bit about what they do at Riot. My name is Greg Street. I go by Ghostcrawler on the forums. Thank you. I'm one of the lead designers in League of Legends. Let's start down there.
Hey, I'm Andrew Silver. I go by Riot Silver on the NA forums, and it's my summoner name. I work with the team that makes the splash art for League of Legends.
I'm Curtis, C3 Sound, and I'm a sound designer on the Champion Update team.
Hi, my name is Liz. My summoner name is Big Hands Chang because I have abnormally large hands. And I'm a producer on the Skins team.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan Scott. I go by Morello, and I nerf your favorite champions.
Wait, you guys like that?
I don't, that's why I keep doing it, right? Like, I'm just saying.
It's a tradition at this point.
That's right.
All right, so like I said, we would just wanted to use the whole time to let you guys ask us questions. We can just have a really cool conversation here. I think, where is the microphone floating around? This man has the microphone, so.
Look for plaid.
I would just like to ask, from the design perspective, what was the most difficult champion to make in terms of how long it took?
So the question is how difficult, or what champion took the longest? Is that what you're saying? There's a clear winner on that. There's no ambiguity around this. It is Azir. Now that's partially because there's been 4 Azirs over the course of development. There was a Sand Mage Azir, there was another one who like built stuff, there was some other Azir I don't actually remember now. We've rebooted and wiped that character 4 times to get to where he is, and I think we've been working on him since 2.5 years ago probably. He's been a concept. So there was almost a sigh of relief when we released Azir, because like finally we've made this guy. Good question though, thanks.
Hi, when designing skins, what really inspires you?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Okay. When designing skins, what inspires you? Like,
oh my gosh.
for the art?
Everything inspires us. When we think about skins, like the most important thing to us is thinking about what the base champion is and what that really personality is, so that when we come up with an idea, it's the most awesome idea we can ever come up with for that champion. And we take a lot of time and we look at the forums and look at like a bunch of community ideas and see what's inspiring you guys out there, so that we can take that for our team too.
I mean, isn't that somehow, we have some community skins that are basically in the game, right? That are basically heavily inspired by like Astronautilus and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
right?
actually Astronautilus and Pool Party Ziggs are probably like the biggest examples of like ideas that were really popular in the NA forums. We saw them, we're like, that really works for the champions. And so
we're telling players if they just go to the forums, they'll be able to get skins in the game.
Yeah, it's a promise actually is what I just heard. Oh, sorry.
So there's a lot of like long withstanding bugs with certain champions and things that are just now being resolved. What exactly takes so long to find all these bugs where they are, and coding, and everything?
Okay, I'll do that one. So the question was, there's a lot of long-standing bugs on champions and stuff. What exactly takes those so long that are just being resolved now? What takes so long for those to get resolved? I can only speak kind of strategically to this. So I hope my answer is good enough on this one, but it's largely, how can I say this? League of Legends a long, long time ago was built more on a hope and a prayer than a solid foundation of everything we could ever think of in the next 4 years. As a result, there are some things that when we made the game, we didn't know how to do, that we've learned how to do over the last several years, and we've gotten a lot better at engineering, we've gotten a lot better at scripting, those kinds of things. As those have happened, we've been able to unlock certain techniques technologically that allow us to fix these bugs even though we know they're there. So a lot of it, we have entire teams that work exactly on just that, and sometimes when they get to a big breakthrough, it allows us to get through a number of different issues that are only related on the code side but don't seem very related in the game. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Thanks.
Are there going to be any more new champions released before the season ends?
Damn it, Greg. Are there going to be any more champions released before the season ends? I actually don't know. I believe, before the season ends, I don't know. Definitely before the next season starts. But because I don't know the exact date of that champion and the exact date of season end, it will be close. I'll tell you that. It'll either be just barely yes or just barely no.
Greg, you want to pick them now? The questions?
Sorry?
You want to pick them out?
Pick them out.
Pick them out with a P.
You're fine. It's easier for you to see probably with the light.
Front row.
So with the Scuttle Crab update for the new season, new Summer's Rift, what else do you have planned that's coming up recent?
So let me make sure I understand the question. Sorry, and I think I'll answer this one, and then I want to get some questions about some different stuff too. So the question was, there's the Scuttle Crab coming out in preseason that we've talked about. What other things can we talk about for the preseason update? Is that what you're asking about?
That's coming up soon with the updates.
Oh, okay. There's a number of changes to a lot of the jungle changes we've also talked about and previewed are also going to be at the same time as that stuff. Kind of like both the strategy things like Scuttle Crab or like some of the tower changes, along with the brand new jungle, which is a new jungle. Like we've said new jungle before, we'll like tweak it a little bit. This new jungle is like bullshit insane. It's really crazy. So we have those two things, kind of like the two kind of big things coming out for preseason. I don't want to go into a ton of the details yet because some of it is literally to the point of testing to where if it's not testing well yet, we're going to push it a couple of patches and work on it more. If it's testing well, we're going to go ahead and throw that in. So we're at that kind of like come to Jesus moment with a lot of these mechanics right now, and we really have to see how they test over the last week or a week or two before we decide on that.
And please try them out on the PB and let us know, what's working or what still needs to go back in the oven for a little bit.
This is going to be a career-oriented question, if that's okay.
Yeah, great.
How does the internship process go, and how do you guys choose the applications for the internship? For mainly visual design and skin design?
Really quickly, what kind of internship what do you want to do?
I want to go into visual development and illustration for skins and champions.
There's a man up here who can answer that question, I believe.
So for internships, we get like a ton of applications throughout a number of different schools. I think the process is actually listed on the website. You can go there. Each one of the different disciplines, visual development and illustration are actually two separate disciplines. But you can apply through there. Every like application gets seen and looked through. Generally we have like it's never like a dead set number of who ends up being an intern. But we generally, like last year we had 2. So.
Hi. So, when you make a champion, considering how expansive League of Legends is and its own lore, how do you go about creating a champion that will fit in the League of Legends, both skill set wise, lore wise, character wise, design wise, art wise, etc.?
Yeah, I should probably answer this one. So the question is, how do we make, when we're considering new champions, how do we make it sure that they fit in to League of Legends by all elements, art-wise, gameplay-wise, etc.? It's actually a great question because that's a lot of the work of coming up with a new champion. Like if we said, what are good ideas for champions, right? I would believe literally every single person in this room could come up with a good idea for a champion and it would be legit, right? But what you're talking about is actually where the hard selection process comes in, right? What we have to kind of consider, what does League already have? What is League missing? Both archetypically, like Vel'Koz was a good example, like we didn't have a monster dude that was a caster monster, like kind of a magical monster. That was really important to add, so that's what kind of launched off the idea to do Vel'Koz, right? Similarly, when we did Jinx, we're like, what if we did somebody who is basically an embodied chaos elemental, right? And it's like that kind of drove the thing for Jinx. And then all of those things, the art, the gameplay, the sound design, everything has to be cohesive with that core idea of what League of Legends is missing as a portfolio level, which is also why we don't want to do champions who feel really similar, even if they're like cool, like, oh, this is a cool kind of champion I like that's very similar to this other champion. We tend to want to stray more and more away from that as we go forward as well. Does that answer your question? Okay, cool.
There are some crazy champions coming down the pike.
Can we get Can we get any news on...
Two people like crazy champions.
Can we get any news on Aocean, or...
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Can we get any news on Aocean? Like if he's coming in the near future or anything, or...
Oh, Aoshin.
Oh, Aoshin, yeah.
Man, I really want to let somebody else answer one of these questions, and then it's like, I gotta tank this one. Does it any... I gotta talk about Aoshin. So Aoshin, is anything coming soon? Maybe soon TM. Basically, let me level with you guys about Aoshin really quickly though. We basically effed up and told you guys about that guy way before we should have. Not just because like, oh, he's really early. We hadn't made the decision to make Aoshin. So, our bad. And so as we learn more, like it was like I know one of the big things. I really wish I had one of the animators here to talk to us because I know like you would see tears instantly coming out of those guys right now because like how do you animate this guy to look cool? It doesn't just mean it's something you can't do, but it's something like we hadn't considered that yet. We hadn't considered some of the longer challenges because it wasn't at that point in development yet. So Aoshin we think is a cool guy. We think he'll probably, if we do release him, he'll be pretty different looking than he is right there just because everything changes that much over the course of development. We still think he's an exciting idea, but that's about all I got. That's not a super satisfying answer, I'm sorry.
Hi, first of all, I want to say props to Woad Quinn. That skin's like great. But my question is about the design of Quinn. Like, I love her kit as an AD carry. What was the idea behind her ult? Because that's kind of her weakness too. You can't really use it in team fights. So like, is there going to be like a developed ult in the future or anything?
No, it was actually the point behind her ult was really to make it so that she had to take more risks as an ADC, and she should appeal to. We think that's part of the appeal of Quinn. If you opting into Quinn is opting into a champion who's hard to use their ult. That's actually cool in and of itself. It's really tough to do when characters like Tristana are very powerful and safe and very reliable. So I'd like to see many more our champion direction, spoiler alert, should be going more towards Quinn, less towards generalists. Should be sharper champions, more pronounced strengths and weaknesses, more unique gameplay, and things that are hard to do. Quinn's fucking hard to play. Like that's why people don't play Quinn. She's really hard, and you're gonna fail a lot of times before you succeed with her. I like that, but it's hard in a world that have a lot of characters who have a hard time failing to feel good about playing Quinn. I totally think that's true.
And awesome that you like Woad Quinn. We loved working on it, and your cosplay is awesome too.
Woo! Hey, really quickly, guys, can I ask a question? I'd like to just see, do we have any questions about some of the visual stuff in the game or any of the sound designer stuff? There's a lot of design questions. We'll be doing more Q&A. I'd like to see if anybody, we have a lot of really talented guys up here from the art and sound disciplines as well. I'd love to hear some of the stuff they have to say.
What was it? My question's not really about like creating champions, but it's more of like since League has been growing, there's been a large variety of champions. Are you guys going to update the pick and bans anytime soon to fit like the growing game?
Are we going to update pick and bans? Actually, Greg, do you want to answer that?
We would. You guys hear me okay in this mic? Okay. Pick and bans is something we would like to update. We worry it's gotten to a point now where it actually squelches diversity, where you don't get to play your favorite champion, or if you're watching esports, you don't get to see someone kind of play the champion that makes them famous. In addition, it's kind of weird that you can use a pick as an additional ban, because if you pick Lee Sin, then you know the other team can't pick him, and things like that. So we don't have a new design all ironed out yet, but it's something we're actively discussing, trying to come up with a system that still keeps the excitement of pregame, but lets people actually get around to playing the champions that really like to play. Hey, next question.
Okay, so I was going to ask, what's the design, or what's the process between, or for making a splash art for a champion, or just like the design process between the art for the art?
Sure. So for making a splash art, basically you want to know just like the process from start to finish of like, okay, cool. So generally by the time that we start making splash art, the character is more or less figured out. Not always, but more or less figured out. So we have kind of a good model. We've got a good texture. We understand what the character's story is going to be. It's in the process of being animated, and it's in the process of getting like visual effects and things like that. So we have a really good idea as to like what the fantasy of this character is going to be. From there, whatever artist is going to be working on that splash, they'll work on a bunch of really small black and white thumbnails just to try to figure out what's the story that we want to tell, like what is the fantasy of this champion and how do we do it best, right? And then from there, the team gets into a room, we talk about, like what are the different ways that we can kind of execute on this. And then work on color comps to try to fit the right mood, and then we spend like the next 3 weeks just like rendering the hell out of it. So that's pretty much it.
Was there ever, I don't know the answer to this, was there ever a time when the splash art ended up being so awesome that it kind of changed the direction of the champion a little bit?
Yeah, like it happens both ways, right? Like there's things that happen in development, like during the process of when a splash art's being done, and then also vice versa, right? So where something in the splash art influences the game. Like we've had a number of examples both on skins and champions where that's happened.
This doesn't really pertain to champions, but are we going to see Ultra Rapid Fire ever come back? We want to know.
So I can answer this. Our whole vision for the featured game modes is that we can turn on a game mode for a short period of time, have fun with it, but we don't have to worry about making sure it's like super balanced to stand the test of time. We don't think League's going to be a great game if it has like 12 or 15 different game modes that are all competing for players' attention. But when we find a game mode that is fun and seems to resonate with players, that's a great candidate to bring back again sometime in the future.
Hi. Just wanted to say, like, with the news, the new visual animation you guys made? It was amazing and breathtaking, and I love it. But I wanted to ask, you guys used to like type up, what would happen and all the things that happen in Runeterra, and you guys haven't like updated it in a while. And the thing is fun for me about League is that you get all the background and everything what's happening with the champions. And are you guys ever gonna like do anything with that again, or
Yes.
Yeah, I'll add a little color to it. I want Silver. Did you have something to add? Actually, go.
So I think, are you referring to like Journal of Justice and like all of the other things like that? Yeah. So looking back at that, we've kind of as you know, we've discontinued that. We're looking for other ways to explore the story for our champions. As we move on, we kind of realize most, like, you guys all play the game. You understand that, like, you jump into a game, you've got maybe 20 minutes to an hour where you're playing the game. You jump out, you start all over again, right? Which is very similar to like a sport. Right now, as you've kind of noticed with the cinematics and things like that, we're looking for as many different ways that we can start telling stories with our champions. Going back and also. I think there's a couple of people from the Reworks team that are also working on figuring out for like our older champions where the stories might not be as strong, what are the things that we can do in order to really give those characters like fertile ground to be able to tell better stories. So yes, we're definitely going to continue to make stuff like that, and we're going to look for as many different ways. Whereas like the text was probably not the best way, the best medium to be telling those stories. We want to try to find out what are the ways that are like easiest for you guys to be able to like take in, and the ways that are going to be most engaging.
Like, did any of you guys like the little bit of story that came out with the Scion relaunch? Yeah. I thought that one was pretty cool too, and that's the kind of stuff we want to do more going forward. Like, really get into like, how do these champions, what are their relationships with other champions, what is their history? We know that there's a lot of players out there that are super passionate about it, and it's a big initiative right now. It's something we really want to kick ass on.
On the way actually into here, Curtis was telling me about how much the difference of VO is between a champion we've went and redone the lore on, like how much we use VO to do this. Like, do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, sure. So when you have a champion that only has like 8 lines worth of dialogue, you can't really tell a deep story and really develop a personality for that champion. So what we have to do is, the writers sit down, they fill out an extremely extensive script, and then they whittle it down to the lines that really feel like it's actually who this character is, and then we move forward with picking the actor and everything like that. And so it's definitely a strong point in developing who the champion is. That's for sure.
Scion in particular had like a whole bunch, right?
Yeah, Scion ended up having like 235 lines make it into the game, as opposed to 7 to 10 that they normally did back in the day.
Hi, I really love all the art you guys have been putting out, all the splash art, the character design. I love them, and yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you.
So me and my couple friends, we're preparing for the art internship, and we're just wondering if you guys have any advice for us. It'll be really appreciated.
So what area in particular?
Character design.
So for character design, sure, yeah, definitely. One of the biggest things, so like I would say, if you want to get into character design and concept art, like design the characters that you want to be seeing, in the game, or like even just characters that you feel like are rich in the ability to tell stories and to be compelling for people to play with, right? Also, as Morello had talked about before, think about how you can make them as unique as freaking possible, right? I see a lot of art where like they're really cool characters, but I've seen like 15 of them, right? So like think about the things that you like are both authentic and original for like a character that can kind of live in its own space that people not only haven't seen before, but want to see more of. Maybe that's too big, but.
Are you going to bring back the winter map for this season?
Oh, are we going to bring back the winter map for the season? You want to be the bad guy or me, Greg? I'll be the bad guy. Fine. Scumbag Morello. The reason, have you guys seen what's on the PBE for Summoner's Rift, right? Therefore, I think it is very easy to explain that why the old winter map will not work on that map now. So we don't have any alternate things for the new map. We want to give you guys this new awesome Summoner's Rift as our top priority for new maps. I will say, I do know there's been a lot of desire for, whether it's a winter map, whether it's a hot harrowing map, whatever, right? A map thematics, map visuals, differences, seasonally or other ways. We get that you guys think that's important, and we agree.
And we probably will do something for winter.
Oh.
When you guys are designing the sound design for characters such as Kha'Zix and other characters who have like kind of immaterial kind of attacks and stuff, how do you figure out how those things should sound? Because I never question anything like the bass in Kha'Zix's jump or the way that Nasus's AoE hits. It always just sounds so perfect. How do you do that?
Magic.
It's a really good question.
Wizardry. So it's a lot of, the sound designer is actually embedded in the team in the very beginning. We go through the whole process of growing with the champion as it develops, right? So we do a lot of things like, and it really depends upon your background of sound design and where you come from. Like I know, Kha'Zix was done by Marco Bustos, same guy who did Zack and stuff like that, right? And he has a really, physical-oriented style that's very much grounded in like, explosions and booms and bangs. And then you have like Jason Wiley, who did like Lysandra and a couple other champions, and like he's very tonal based, he's very like musical based. And so what he'll do is he'll look at the colors of like the visual effects and the champion, and he sort of sees frequencies as like a connection with color. And so if something is blue, he'll find a tone that works with blue. And but it's really just sort of a trial and error, like an experimental thing. Like for Twitch's auto attack, I sat around with rubber bands for like 4 hours, right? And just recorded rubber bands. So it's really, you really kind of try and think back of all the sounds that you've ever heard and how they were made, and then find something that works with what you're trying to go for, use that as the foundation and build upon it. And then there's a lot of trial and error, a lot of like failing, and a lot of trying to figure out the right direction. And then with feedback with the team and the discipline, it gets there.
Magic.
Hi. So for the Summoner's Rift visual update, will you be releasing a new champion to go along with that? Kind of like how you did with Lysandra with Howling Abyss and Elise with the Twisted Tree line?
No.
Oh.
No, not specifically on the date. Basically, tying things to dates like that that is one of the reasons Azir took 2.5 years to make. Yeah, we'll probably we're going to put champions out on their own schedule, and we want to give that when it's ready, and we don't want to hold up one for the other in this case.
And Summoner's Rift really belongs to all the champions. I mean, it's the flagship map for the product. We want to make sure that it gets the full attention when it comes out.
How do you tell which champion is viable for an ultimate skin?
How do you tell which champion is viable for an ultimate skin? I think that is our producer, Liz Chang.
I think it's Liz's favorite champions, right? Is the answer.
Oh yeah, I just pick out of a hat, and then we kind of just no. There's a lot of variables that go into just picking skins in general. Sometimes it has to do with a lot of different variables. But ultimately, like, the important thing is that we come up with a really incredible idea. I think that is kind of like the really, really key indicator.
Yeah, we had a giant set of brainstorm sessions. It's also like one of the biggest considerations is figuring out which champions kind of have the most fertile ground to be able to do that. Right, some of the ideas that come out of those brainstorms were like, yeah, it's really cool, but that's probably more of like a legendary than an ultimate, right? And that's a conversation that we've had like 1 billion times, right? So, figuring out the ideas, which ones can fly, also like which champions have the rigs and models to be able to support those things, so there's a lot of things to consider.
It's hard to go make an ultimate skin for like Cho'Gath when he's a really like old character without like having to do the visual update first, right?
Hi. I was wondering how you would think about how when you make a champion, is this champion balanced or is that champion balanced? And I was also wondering about what champions you might have in line for like a rework process.
Sorry, can you repeat that last part of that question?
I was wondering what champions you might have in mind for reworks.
Oh Lord, there's a lot of. I say that because there is a lot of them.
The list is pretty long.
Yeah, the list is not short. The first thing is how do we know if what makes I think it's how do you know if the champion's balanced? I say what makes a champion balanced is the right question there. We've not historically been amazing at this, and I don't think from a tuning standpoint, like I think about a champion creation standpoint, I tend to refer to 2011 as kind of a really dark year for champion balance. And largely that's not because the balance team didn't do it or because the champion was just OP. It's because these champions didn't have good weaknesses. They weren't sharp. They weren't strong at something and weak in something. So one of our understandings has been that champions that are like that are way more likely to have good balance. Like, it kind of feels like even though Ashe doesn't get played a lot, she just kind of comes around for a little bit and then something will happen and she'll kind of like walk off with no changes. And a lot of that is because there's a really clear reason to bring her. She has really clear strengths and weaknesses. You know why you want to bring Ashe, and you know why you don't want to bring Ashe. So there's kind of game states that allow her to be really strong and then ones that don't, compared to say like, Jarvan. Jarvan's either one of the strongest fighters and you pick him, or he is not and you never pick him. So we think by using a strengths and weaknesses model and being a lot firmer about that, and you'll see this in all reworks, sorry for people who just like being journalists and shitting on people, that we're going to be moving to this model very consistently and taking a much bigger slice at this, and that should speak to how long the reworks list is.
I know this AMA isn't just for game design, but when I saw the first patch of preseason changes, especially for the jungle, I thought, wow, they're Dota-fying League of Legends, if I may say that, because it's adding a lot of complexity to the game, and especially to the jungle. And I was wondering, is that kind of a concern for you? Because I think one of the things that is so appealing about League is that it's easy to learn and hard to master. And it seems to me that the preseason changes would raise the complexity of the game overall, and that would make it harder for easier players to learn the game. And secondly, because I don't want to make it just about game design, I also wanted to ask, how did you make Jinx the sound noise for Jinx's passive?
We'll start with the Jinx one while I think about his first part of that question.
So I didn't do Jinx. I didn't do the sound design for Jinx. Hold on. Is Eugene in the house? Eugene, do you know the answer to this question? He worked on the Jinx sound design.
Yeah, come up, Eugene. No pressure.
Hi. What's up? I'm sorry, what was the question?
How did you make Jinx's passive sound?
Man. It's
Magic.
I think it was a collaboration with me and another guy named Adam Swanson, who worked on like the other half of Jinx. And I think we started with like one of the really almost generic like ignite sounds. Like you've definitely heard it. It's that really iconic fire like kind of thing. And then we quickly like cut off like the very first part of it because we just wanted that first part. And I think we used a plugin called Absinthe, which is like a synth patch. And we just kind of, I think we took elements from Vi as well. One of her, I believe it was for her alt or when you're charging up her Q, I forgot which one it is. But it's one of the more synthetic, like robotic type of sounds. And then we just ran that through a Doppler, like really, really, really fast. And yeah, that's pretty much how we made the passive.
That's cool.
Thanks
Eugene. I do owe you an answer to the other part of the question. I do believe it does. The question is, does the new jungle overcomplexify League? I do believe it adds complexity, and I want to shave some of that down because depth is good, complexity is a cost, right? We want depth. We all want a deep, rich game. The best you can do that at the least complexity is the best thing you do. Like last hitting is a good example. It adds a lot of depth on how you're going to play the lane, but it's pretty simple. You kill a minion with the last hit and you get money. That's not very complex. Some of the implications of it are very complex, which is interesting, right? So the one thing we think is okay is to go succeed at the jungle at a baseline, just like say you want to just go learn the jungle. The things that we're adding to the complexity are things that you don't need to know to be successful at killing the monsters and walking to a lane and killing a person. To master and optimize the jungle, I do think it's gotten a lot more complex, but I think the jungle had room for that because it was so flat and so easy to master, I think, previously.
So, first, when are Mordekaiser's boots not going to be ridiculously humongous? And also, as someone who's mained Cat for a long time, when is she going to be fixed to where she's not either completely overpowered or, if they know the counter, completely broken?
I didn't hear the first part of that.
When are Mordekaiser's boots not going to be humongous? Because they're ridiculous right now. Like, it's scary.
So I think the question is, when is he not going to have pizza feet? That's what we call it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of our old characters, the design was, you know, we thought we had understood what readability was for the game, and one of the ways that we could do that was to increase the size of the champion's feet. But realizing that that's probably, in terms of the style of the game and how we want to keep it, you know, give it that mature feel, that's probably not the best way we want to go. When he, you know, inevitably at some point in the future gets a rework, that'll probably be something that we end up changing.
Mordekaiser definitely needs a rework, not a update, not a visual update. This guy, his theme is cool, let's be fair. Like, he's a cool Death Knight guy. And his ult's cool, and pretty much everything else about him is kind of... So yeah, we think he needs that. And when will Katarina be fixed? I think the problem with Katarina is a lot of actually her QWE are the problems. A lot of players who play Katarina complain about her R and say, oh, make it non-interruptible. That removes all the gameplay from it, which is the wrong decision. It makes the problem you speak to worse. I just want to throw that out there for everybody. So I do think by giving her a lane pattern that has interaction built in, that has, you know, maybe a resource for her to manage, or something like that could give it so where Katarina could win or lose in lane based on her skill and not just how much stronger she is than the enemy champion.
Hi. I just want to ask, sound-wise, is League of Legends going to have like a new soundtrack? Because we all love the theme song of League of Legends. And is there an update wherein you're going to make new soundtracks for the game? And another question, generally, since there are a lot of champions already, like 120 plus champions, is there a certain number wherein you will stop creating champions?
Sure. Okay, so in terms of the soundtrack sort of development, I'm not in music, but I could say that there's projects in the works. You know, I definitely stay tuned, literally.
Do you think that we would fundamentally change the theme of League of Legends, though?
Say what?
Do you think that we would fundamentally change the theme song of League of Legends, though?
I don't think so. I mean, personally, in my opinion, it's sort of there's something to the music that's very recognizable. Everybody understands the League, you know, the Summoner's Rift map music. You know, that you don't necessarily want to fundamentally change to the point where you can't recognize it anymore. That's scary. You don't want to turn it into a different game.
Actually, I can comment a little bit on this, only because I want to really make Christian Linke really mad.
Yeah, where is he?
Oh, not out there. Oh, too bad. I know it's kind of, imagine Zelda as a franchise, right? There's the core kind of Zelda jingle theme that's always going to be present in every Zelda game. But each game also has a number of like new tracks and things for the different zones, different dungeons, different bosses that add to that repertoire. I think League of Legends would be similar with that if we imagine kind of the League of Legends theme being that core, right? And then the map background music and champion themes and music video numbers and those kind of things are additive to that. So I think we're not looking to go like overhaul it from what I understand when I talk to Christian, and he is not killing me yet, so that's good. But we are looking to add to it more sounds, more music, more things like that that players can connect to and remember, and everybody's going to have their own. That's why we have a SoundCloud page where you can go check all that stuff out.
And in terms of number of champions, League can support an awful lot. We're not going to slow down anytime soon. Maybe once we're at 400 or 500 champions, we may have to take a step back, but we'll keep going for a while.
We've already slowed down. The reason we release champions so much slower today is so that we reach a high number at a longer rate. Right, that's a lot of the reason we slow down champions, improve quality, and make sure that we don't get to 1,000 in like 2 years. Right, like we don't want to do that. I'm not good at
just
math.
one real quick question. With the announcer voices, are you planning on maybe redoing it, like say Morgan Freeman?
Okay, so with announcers, there's the system of creating something like a new announcer pack is definitely a larger scope project than one would normally think of, like just how large of a scope that is, like right off the bat, right? It's actually when we record something like an announcer, we don't do it just in English. We do it in 15 to 17 different languages, right? So we have to find the right person for every single language. We have to go out and record them as well. And then any time there's a change with like a new game mode or a new map change or a new feature, we have to go and record the announcer for 17 different languages across the board for just that one little change for all the maps, for all the game modes, and just cover all of our bases. So like, it's not say that we won't do it, but right now we're not looking at it as an extremely high priority. We have seen your comments about the announcers, and we're not unaware of it, but it's just something really interesting to think about for us right now.
Morgan Freeman's also busy, so if one of those changes happens...
Yeah, I got off the phone with him yesterday, and he was like doing a movie or something.
Yeah, we were hanging out in LA, just having sushi, whatever. He's like, I'm kind of pretty busy. That didn't happen.
Hi. As a front-end developer, I really enjoy the microsites that come out with a lot of the promos and champion re-releases, like Scions, for example, was really showcased the like powerful tragedy that is his story. So I was kind of wondering what kind of focus and development went into creating those microsites.
I'm not sure if any of us knows in great detail up here, because I think we just don't have the right expertise up here, and I'm very sorry about that.
I'm sorry, I missed the question, like the actual question in that. We're
creating the microsites for like Scion when we re-release a champion.
Oh, I worked on the Scion one.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you want to... You go ahead first. So, like the Scion microsite?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Scion microsite was, we sat down in a room with writers, with visual effects guys, with web developers, and we sort of devised how we were supposed to, create this experience, and how we wanted the interactive sort of components and everything. And it was a lot of just iteration on the cleanest user experience and what's not confusing. Like, for instance, how does one know when they've hit the bottom of the text chunk, right, that you can read? Or is the camera angles on the zoom in to Scion at the day 4, right? Is it too fast or is it too slow? Or does the magic in day 3 when the statue is being summoned or brought to life, is that something that looks like Vlad's or Swain's magic or Vlad's doing? And it's very very much trying to find that thematic and like nail it down, right?
Yeah, so we actually have a team of people that are working on this. It's generally like a relatively like new team that's kind of starting to ramp up. So you can expect to see more of those things in the future. And we're trying to figure out kind of the best process. What are the best media types to be able to put into that aren't going to slow down people's computers, but also give them a good experience on how to take in, like whatever story we feel is appropriate, like when the champion's being released.
I have a question. What is the weirdest object or way that you used to create a sound, and what was that sound?
Everybody wants to know about the Zach one. If you don't know about the Zach sound effect, Marco Bustos, one of our sound designers, one of the layers used in his sounds is actually a condom full of dog food smacked against a wall. I think that's probably the weirdest way we've ever made a sound effect before. Yeah, but in terms of weird things, usually it gets into Foley. Like, I remember I was on the Skins team a while back, and I think the weirdest thing that I did was actually two weird things. with Forecast Jana, her umbrella, to make her basic attack sounds, I stood in my booth with a microphone pointed at me and I hit myself with an umbrella. I actually made a video of it too because I thought it was going to be so funny. I was like, I'm going to use this for like a dev blog at some point or something. But the other weird one is for TPA Shin, Eugene and myself we found the noisemakers from World Championships and we were just hitting each other with them. It was cute. Yeah, there's scars. But it is actually cool because when we were hitting each other with the noisemakers, when you hit and you can actually bend the noisemaker as it's resonating, and we found that when you hit it, it's just like a poof, right? But when you bend it after you hit somebody, it goes boom, like that. And so because you can bend that pitch, we started playing the noisemaker as an instrument, and that's the crit sounds, right? It's like when you hit it and you hear, yeah, right, it's been a long time, but when you hit somebody and you crit, you hear that pitch bend.
You guys all build Crit Shen, right?
All right, we have time for one last question, guys. One last question.
No pressure.
All right, I'm going to pick this dude in the middle back here.
It should be the best question.
And it should require all of us to answer it.
Here you go, bro. It's all you.
Okay. Okay, when is Urgot gonna get the love he deserves?
Seems like that's the best question then, by that response. Man, oh man, you're gonna hate this. No, he's going to get love. He's gonna get a full rework on gameplay and art. He will not get a thematic rework from what I understand. Like, big slop monster guy. He's the only one in League of Legends. There's like 5 dudes who like that. We're going to keep that for him. That's fine. But his gameplay is special. And I don't mean the good kind. So we're definitely going to be doing a full kit overhaul on him. We've got to find out which direction to go because marksman fighter mage is not going to be it. And we got to figure out I know the art guys have been already thinking about some concepts just for very early exploration. That's not a thing to get your hopes up about. That happens very, 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 very long before we're ready to do stuff. And there are things I know that are in front of Urgot who are as high of a challenge, like Scion was one of them, right? But we'll get to him at some point. We'd like to get to him sooner because we do think he's a big problem.
Yeah, so there's one thing I can kind of reassure you of is there's a lot of people at Riot that this is actually they're really passionate about Urgot specifically. We've got kind of an internal a little website where we use it kind of as a Pinterest that we post up art and stuff like that so that we can pass it around and give feedback. And I've seen a number of people kind of fooling around with just cool ideas that they're that they're really passionate about this dude. And some of them have been really cool. Some of them have been really freaking weird. But I can promise you that there's the right people will be working on it.
All right, and that's going to bring us to a close. I want to thank you guys. The community is really what makes League of Legends great, so give yourself a hand. And we definitely want to thank the organizers of Summoners Con for inviting us and putting on this great show for us all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Also, we're going to be hanging out a little bit for some Q&A around just generally. I'm not sure if we're going to the overflow room or if we're going just out here. We're going to figure that out, but we're happy to sit down, do some more Q&A and questions, and just chat for a bit. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.